Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. Before I forget, I will talk about this chart in a moment, I want to mention that on Tuesday, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Costco. We don't want you rushing out and buying Costco because it has not yet met the qualifications necessary for the buy signal. But I bring it up because, if we do meet those qualifications, and we're close, if we do meet those qualifications and we give precise numbers like we do in Tesla every single day, then we are expecting significant gains through the rest of the year. So go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 2-week free trial. You'll see this play out. 2 weeks is plenty of time to see whether this will play out or not and elicit the buy signal that I mentioned. So you'll also be able to see your daily NVIDIA report, daily SPY, daily Triple Q, et cetera, et cetera. So check out wickedstocks.com. Here we are, Tesla, weekly bar chart spanning some 2 years, 2.5 years. And I can walk us through the sequence of events. It was about 3 months ago, the settlement below this channel bottom that is now 442.26. That indicated 347.63 within 2 to 3 months. That happened about 2 months exactly later. We then bottomed out about 6 weeks ago at 347.63, or this formation. And at that time, we'd mentioned how this channel bottom should be considered a 2 to 3 month target. We have tested it now this week, Monday, Tuesday, testing of this important area, 442.26. There is also a rising channel top that is nearer term in scope at 444.99. We've pushed into this zone 2 days in a row and have backed off a bit. It is our ceiling of resistance. Now, we also have, besides 444.99, the same formation on the daily chart comes in at 446.38. And so if we were to push through, at this stage, I really want to see a weekly settlement. I know it's still relatively early in the week. We've got 3 days left. But if we do close today above 446.38, I do think at the very least you want to exit a short position you may have established over the last day or two. A short position from here can anticipate over the next week or two a bearish rotation into the 380s, 390s. I'll get to that in a moment. But if we do close today above 446.38, I see 474.07 as a possible intra-week objective. Now, this is a weekly chart. Do I have that on the daily chart? I do. 474.07. You can see there's a lot going on up here, namely also the low of the high on the weekly chart. This is likely by Friday's close if we settle today, Wednesday, above 446.38. So, you can play the short side in this zone, as we've been saying. This is also an area to liquidate a long position that may have been established a month and a half ago, roughly, in what is now 347.63, or a couple of weeks ago when we closed above 387.07. So you could be exiting a long position right now. You could also play the short side back into the 380s over the next week or two. But if we close today above 446.38, I would expect 474.07 by Friday's close. And if we then hold the week above this 442.26 to 4...
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity.
Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.
Sorry. Here we go. 444.99. If we close above 444.99 at the end of the week, and we will probably throw in the daily chart version as well at 446.38 as we continue into Friday, but closing above this important zone, expect 498.83, that December 25 all-time high, within a matter of 3 to 5 weeks or less, probably more like 2 to 3. And then over the next 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 at the very most, we have a 6-year channel top that really cannot be appreciated with this particular image because it doesn't span the full scope of the activity we're talking about. But if we close the week above 446.38, and that'll be a different number on Friday. If we do settle Friday above it, we are looking for the 540s over the next 2 to 3 months, where we could top out for the rest of the year. You can see we've got this channel bottom at 347.63. There's also a channel top now in the 540s, along with the 6-year structure that spans a much further scope of time. That covers the upside pretty well. Let's take a look at the downside. I do have, where are we? Well, this is our resistance area. Here we are, 416.80. Nothing more than Monday's low. What is significant about that? It is the high so far, following the low that was put out in early April. So the high session was Monday. The low of that session is 416.80. That is an area, yes, you can bottom pick, day traders. We could even trade inside this 416.80 to low 440s for the next day or two. But if we close below 416.80, expect 390.60, possibly tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, something like that. This is now a range down to 387.07 that may well absorb selling pressures, through the rest of May, and we can round up again from there. So yes, I do think you can bottom pick this 387.07 area. I'm looking for the right chart right now, 390.60, 387.07. I do want to make one more point, and that is if you are selling short the 440s, 442.26, 446.38, we've got 444 something on the weekly chart. If you are playing the short side now, you're holding out 1 to 2 week swing traders for 387.07, which is once again that channel top we settled above a couple of weeks ago that can continue to contain selling on a weekly, even monthly basis, and we could round up. I don't see, yes, this is something I've been saying now for the last couple of months, so let me backtrack just a little bit. Holding below 442.26 does ultimately allow bearish rotation to the 340s, 347.63 and climbing. Let me get back to this chart. This is really what I think is possible over the next month or two. Say between now and the end of June, we could fall away into what is 347.63 now and then round up again. I've mentioned many times how we could play through the third quarter, trade inside of the low 440s to the upper 340s, both of which are climbing gradually, for the next 3 to 5 months. Once again, it would be a settlement not only above 442.26, but also above 444.99 on Friday. That would set up the 540s as a realistic 2 to 3 month target. But until then, over the next 2 to 3 months, we can fall back into the 340s. Our next sell signal on weakness comes into play with a settlement today below 416.80. And I would then expect 387.07 to 390.60 within just a few days, where we could then bottom out through the rest of May and round up again. And it would be a settlement below 387.07 at this juncture that would then set up the retest within just a week or two of 347.63. But 347.63 in play now over the next month or two below the 440s. All right? I hope that all made sense. I explained it about as many ways as I could think of, and so there you have it. Now, please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 2-week free trial. You'll see Tuesday's Costco stock pick. You'll also see the stock pick we put out on Thursday, the 2 that we'll do next week, etc. So check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Wednesday's Tesla report, and you have a great day.